we are doing gloves
Ooh,
in September.
nice. That's actually, I'm jealous.
Fingers included.
Oh, she is the queen of fingers.
She is actually the queen of fingers.
She'll like that line.
Hello, I'm Carmen.
And I'm Kayleigh,
And welcome to A Yarn Story.
the knitting podcast.
Knitting podcast.
We still need to work on our tagline.
We really do. That's okay, though.
Yeah.
Neither of us are wearing knitwear again today because it is absolutely roasting in the shop.
Finally, summer's here.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we've moved slightly back from the window in the shop because it was just...
Too hot.
Too hot, too much sunshine.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean we're not knitting ourselves.
I've been knitting, sort of.
I've been knitting. Yeah.
I've had a little something in the way of my knitting this week.
Oh yes, do tell us.
So I thought it would be a really great time to adopt 2 kittens. So Sam and I got our kittens on Monday night, and they definitely like yarn.
Oh.
They're yarn fans.
Okay then.
And they have very good taste.
Have they destroyed anything yet?
They haven't. They've actually been quite good about like me pushing them away and then them being like, but why? It's lovely. You're playing with it.
I don't know anything about training cats.
Yeah. Well, basically, like, they don't respond to emotions, really. Like, they don't know what emotions are about, is the thing. So, like, you can't, like, yell at it.
Right.
You just have to, like, pick it up and move it away.
Okay.
And then say no. And then eventually they'll, like, learn that if I say no, it means you're going to get picked up and moved away. So that's what we've been doing. And I did knit a bit yesterday, and they were cuddled up with me.
Oh, that's cute.
And they were fine. So I am getting some done. I've actually just finished the shaping on my second tessellated.
Oh, wow.
So the
You're
next
like
shaping.
motoring on that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I feel like we're really close together because when I turn to look at you,
I know.
I'm
usually on that side too. I feel like I don't
yeah.
like see the side of your face
yeah,
that
same.
much.
Also, there's the mirror right there, so I'm seeing my reflection behind your head.
That's so funny. It's like you're talking to yourself.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
So what are the kittens' names?
Luna and Nova.
Okay,
They're black and whites.
We'll have to get Max.
Yeah. Yes. I'll put the photos up.
Are
ridiculous.
they siblings?
They're sisters.
Okay.
And they're bonded sisters who clean each other and cuddle each other and cuddle us.
Okay.
And when they first arrived, she told us that they might be, like, she was really worried. She was like, they might be a bit nervous. They're a little bit nervous.
Okay.
And definitely, like, at the first, like, as soon as she let them out of the pet carrier, they, like, ran and found a place to hid. And one of them, like, hid, like, behind our, like, refrigerator.
Oh.
And I didn't even know you could get behind the refrigerator.
Oh, poor kitty.
And when we looked back, we could see her sort of, and she was like up against the wall. And then the other one got like right behind Sam's like filing cabinet, which we also didn't think you could get behind. And she was like,
Poor things.
I know. But then after like, I think about, so once the lady left, we like kind of just left them alone, waiting for them to come out and everything, and gave them a bit more room too behind there, so they weren't like.
I was gonna say, like, you just look at them all stuck behind.
No, we pulled out things a little bit so they could be like, okay, at least hiding in comfort.
Okay.
And then one of them, who she said was going to be the nerviest, who is Nova, who's more white and black spots.
Okay.
She came out first and started sniffing and exploring, and we kind of just ignored her for a bit. Then Luna wasn't really coming out, but eventually by the end of the night she came out and was like, okay. And it's taken Luna a bit longer to get, I think, more comfortable. Like, she still responds if like walking in and out of the room. She gets a little bit weird. But they're like cuddling us and like playing with us. And, like,
how old are they?
They're 12 weeks.
Okay.
So 3
like
months.
proper
proper little kittens.
Aww.
They're very cute.
Sweet. Very sweet.
Yeah, and they're eating and drinking water, which is good. So
we think litter training them then?
No, they're already litter trained.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
That's
so
cool.
we got them from Little Whiskers Kitten Rescue in Bath. And yeah, the owner, Becca, she like hand raises all of them because they're usually cats whose mother has been like killed in a traffic accident or have been abandoned kittens. Like she does like all sorts, and she's absolutely amazing at what she does. And yeah, she got them all litter trained and
very nice.
Up to health and everything. And
I think we need to drink to your new family members.
Yes, exactly.
So we this is actually our season finale.
Yes.
Episode 9, I think.
Yep.
Yes, so this is our season finale because I am gone for most of the month of August. And it's just nice to have a little summer holiday. Yeah,
definitely.
But because of that, we found in our stash of wines from Wolf Wine a white that is from the same company that we drank on the first episode of season 3.
Which was a rosé.
Which both of us have purchased since then to drink.
A few times. So this is a French wine.
Les Agouts.
Agouts?
I don't.
As some of us might say, Les Agouts.
Yeah. Les Agouts.
Les Agouts.
That's kind of how it's spelled. Yeah, nice and chilled.
Yep. So I found some information about it. This one particular place that has written about it is like really needs like a TLDR at the end because it seems to be like pages and pages. So I'm going to kind of skim it.
Okay.
But the fruit is handpicked and selected at the winery prior to fermentation in an inert oak and concentrate, depending on the cuvee and maceration, is usually a pigage for 30 days. I don't know what any of those words mean.
Didn't we have the same problem?
We did have a maceration is like how long it's sat there, right? Or
isn't maceration something being ground up?
Yeah. And then okay, I don't know. And then it says the resulting wines are neither filtered or refined. So
it smells
yeah, let's smell it.
Smells fruity. Like
ooh, it's very nice.
That is very nice.
Yeah, it's almost
yeah.
I feel like it's almost like a Chardonnay, but it's actually a Sauvignon Blanc is the grape. It's from France. It's from Cahors.
Okay.
And the soil is complex clay and limestone. Yeah. You should taste gravel, it says. I don't think I taste gravel.
I can see why they say that. I feel like pear, maybe.
So it's like I feel like it's less of a Sauvignon Blanc in that it's not as minerally as I typically have, like a sharp minerality that I typically associate with Sauvignon Blanc, but instead I feel like it's a little bit more creamy.
Yeah.
But not like super creamy like a Chardonnay, especially it's not anything like an oak Chardonnay or anything like that. No. Maybe it comes from the oak because it's actually. So maybe that's what I'm picking up of the kind of Chardonnay.
It's very drinkable.
Yeah, it's very drinkable.
I do wish we had an ice bucket to keep.
Yeah, definitely.
While we're sitting here. But definitely a very good pick for us. Thank you.
Yeah.
Angus and Sam.
I feel like I need to get all of the wine from this company.
I know it was La Table, I think.
Oh, okay.
Was the rosé.
Okay. Yes. A Table. Yeah.
And that wine is very nice.
Yeah, and I think the vineyard is Fabien Juvet. Right.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, that's what it says. I'm sure we're not quite pronouncing it correctly, but it's very nice.
Oh, it's very nice. I'll have to get some of that.
Yeah. They're open after we're done. Right. So we're not wearing any knitwear.
No.
We are drinking the wine. I do have an FO though.
Oh, okay.
Which isn't actually my FO. It's like the shop's FO.
Okay, yeah.
So we really wanted a sample of this for a flock and just for the shop. And Amanda's needles were free.
Oh.
So we have the Starfall.
Oh, very cute.
By Rastus Hsu. And he designed this in Walcott Yarn's Origin. So of course we had to do one. And look at that crown shaping. It's so satisfying.
Yeah.
So we've used wild lilac.
When Amanda showed this, I was like, "Oh, I might."
I've never worn a beret. Turns out I look really cute.
You do look really cute. I feel like that has to be.
Adorable?
Yeah. I mean, you just need a baguette, and like you got the black. You're very like Parisian chic
I put this on today, and I was like, I need a cigarette.
Yeah.
A croissant. and I need to be in Paris
and
for
your
the
French
Olympics
wine.
and my French wine. So this is super cute.
Yep.
Actually, I think Amanda said she'd make another one because my head is so big, right? She was worried about it.
It fits.
But it's not very deep.
Okay.
Like, I probably need some pins to keep it on if I was going to go.
Okay. Go dancing.
Yeah. Go dancing in my beret.
Yeah.
But I also quite like the, like, hippie version of it.
Oh, yeah, like the slouchy.
Like, hipster, sort of.
Yeah.
But, like,
that is really cute. I'm going to have to make one of those.
I know.
And that is with seed stitch? It's an alter... It's like a seed stitch in that you get the texturing, but it's not. Oh, it's actually
it goes in the round.
Yes.
It's a little bit like the traveling stitch on your favorite sweater.
Yeah, my favorite sweater. I actually really like that sweater.
I do too.
But it was a pain in the ass to knit it. Well, actually, it was a pain in the ass for me to knit it. It was actually quite easy for everyone else, it seemed like.
And actually, Amanda had more problems with this because if she put it down, she did have a hard time figuring out where she was because of how the stitches travel around it.
Yeah.
But she said now that she's done it, she could definitely do another one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I am now Parisian chic.
I love it. I'm gonna have to do it. I love Rastus's patterns.
I know. I mean, you can try it on.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be like...
It is one size though. So...
I look like one of those like cardinals in the papacy.
It is a different vibe for you.
No, I look like the Pillsbury Doughboy.
If it were bright blue, yeah.
I want it though.
You can still have it.
It looks so cute on you. Why the heck can I not wear a beret?
I don't know.
I look cute in hats usually too, but apparently not this one.
No, you do. I think your hair is not down either.
Yeah.
That helps. Like, I would look really silly if I had a...
Yeah, it works really well with your hair.
Yeah. So, cute. And the red lips.
Yeah.
And
the outfit.
And the whole outfit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very dressed up today for a Friday. But,
yeah. You haven't seen these amazing trousers that she's wearing?
They have an elastic waistband, so they feel like pajamas.
But they're like so like
yeah, you can't really see them.
But say chic.
It's the seams on them.
Yeah,
they're like a nice straight leg, makes them look.
Where'd you get them?
I got these actually up at this little boutique in Scotland last year when we went up to the wedding.
You got so many cute things there.
I got very many cute things there. Yeah,
I know. I'm jealous of that.
It was a very cute boutique. I've taken off. It's too hot. But the problem with these trousers is, one, they're white, so like when it's raining,
you're not gonna. Yeah.
And two, they're like a cotton poly blend, so it's very specific weather.
Yeah.
That I can wear them in.
Yeah.
So they're
very cute
only
though.
A few days a year pants, but I like them.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's the FO, which isn't my FO.
Can I ask a question about it?
Oh yeah, of course.
How much yarn did it use? Do you know?
I don't, but you know what we could do? So one of our questions today is, what's in your notions pouch?
Ooh.
You want to know what I have in my notions pouch?
I don't know.
I have a jewelry scale.
Ooh. Wow.
For moments just
that is
like
a random thing.
Don't you have a jewelry scale?
No.
Oh, well.
I barely have any scales.
This might be too big to be on there, but let's see. Looks like it's 62 grams.
Oh, that's really good then.
Yeah, so just over, like 2/3 of a skein.
Okay, so you're not like, oh, I'm going to buy a whole skein and then like use like, not even half of it.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was not even half of it, that could actually be good because then you get two.
Yes.
But that's even better, I think.
Actually, let me see if...
That's a really good one then to recommend, I think, for like if we're traveling. So we got a lot of travelers in the shop.
It might be... I'm gonna see if I can. It's sort of falling off the scale, so it might be heavier than that. Let me see what else I have in my notions pouch that might help me weigh this better. Yeah, I think it's a good one skein project. It's a little bit more interesting than like a straight up beanie.
Yeah. I think also too, it's like a really good one for us to have in the shop to recommend to those people who do come in.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I want to bring something back. We might recommend our yarn because like it's from the shop. Little souvenir, got Walcott on it. And this is Now, one that we can recommend.
Yes.
We always do recommend like hats or...
Well, it's heavier.
The clip's gonna add. Did you weigh the clip?
The clip is like a little tiny plastic clip.
Yeah, but it's still gonna add.
Okay, well, it's more because it's not half falling off the scale anymore. It's 83 grams. So you actually do use most of the skein.
Yeah. Nice.
And I will weigh the tiny little Cocoa Knits plastic clip, which is 1.3 grams.
Oh, okay. Well, no, so it's 82 grams.
82 grams.
I mean, come on. Let's be accurate here.
We are being accurate. We'll get to the rest of things in my notions pouch in a minute. But jewelry scale, very useful.
In moments like this.
Yes, and when you're like trying to figure out if you're playing, how much yarn chicken you're playing.
Yeah.
It's very useful. You're looking at me like I'm crazy.
A little bit.
Or if you meet a cocaine dealer
along
the way that
that
needs to measure something.
Knitting retreats get wild.
So wild.
There will not be any cocaine.
There will be no illicit drugs
in Cumbria.
This is just a joke.
Yeah.
Or in Bath, for that matter. Do you have any knitting with you? Mm-hmm. Because you've made good progress.
Yep. So, I've got my go-to summer sweater.
Your go-to summer sweater.
Which I did bring with the hopes of, maybe I'll put it on later tonight. So that's been living in my backpack, actually, since, like, the beginning of summer, because it's definitely something that's, like, really smushable.
Nice.
But also, like, I can always throw on if I'm out in the evening.
Yeah.
And that's the field sweater by Helga Isager, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Helga.
We get asked about that one every time you wear it, too.
I know. Yeah. So this is my tessellated.
Oh my god, you've made loads of progress.
Loads of progress.
It's looking so good.
So I
love
just
the like kink popping through there.
I know. I actually really like. So, I should probably send Max a picture of my other tessellated, and then you can see it side by side.
Oh,
so my other one's like super moody. It uses shades of the earth. The lavender. I want to call it lavender haze,
amethyst.
But amethyst. Yep. Amethyst in fluff and hickory in opus, which is the brown. So this is very much a contrast, right?
Yes. This is your original pick.
This was my original pick.
Oh my.
Yeah, everybody was like, oh. I think Kieran said, that's orange.
That's a very Kieran thing to say. I mean, he's not wrong.
So there you go. You can see it up close a little bit better, but you can see the really subtle shift of the sunset strip, the kind of yellows to orange to pinks. It's a really beautiful color. And of course, they've discontinued it because that's what we do here, right?
That is what we do around here, yeah.
So I just cast off for the neck and I'm doing the decreases for the straps, and then I'll have the back to do. And so I'm doing size 3.
Okay. Is that what you did for the other as well, yeah?
And this is how much of opus I still have left.
Of your first skein?
Of my first skein.
Oh my god.
Yep.
That's loads.
This is how much I have left of dyed in the wool.
Okay. First skein still.
First skein. And I've got like almost 2 full balls of...
Are you on gauge?
Yep. And this happened for my other one too.
Yeah, so, well, it's been happening a lot with lots of patterns. This is not unique, unfortunately. Well, so unfortunate. It's just
no.
It could just be a bit frustrating.
Yeah. So the last one I did for size 3, I went into, I think, like maybe a 1/4 of this ball. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe more like a 1/3.
Didn't you also manage colors a little bit, or was that a different project?
Well, I did. But not really. So what I did was one thing that gets on my nerves, which is like a me thing, is that like when you split for the sleeves and you're then doing like originally you're doing something in the round, right?
Yeah.
And then you
go
split
back and forth.
And then you're going back and forth. Then the back split spin cycle is gonna like not look like it's good. You're gonna have like a line, right?
Yeah.
So here I stopped with the yellow. So I kind of planned it out in my head. I was like, I think I know from last time. And this is what I did as well, is I will start then with the yellow here.
Okay. I think that's what you did last time. There was something about you.
And then I'll decide like which side. I'll probably, I don't know. I really like the pink, so I might want to try to go back to that. So I might start at the yellow and go yellow, orange, pink again.
Yeah.
Rather than the other way, which is just more orange. I think that's a more interesting one. So
Yeah.
that's probably what I'll do. So that's usually what I do with spin cycle a lot of the time is like, I do manage it, but I'm not like cutting things out. I'm just like,
well, and
where am
it
I
is
gonna
a difference
start?
when you're in the round to back and forth. And, yeah.
Some people though have done it that way, and like when it depends on like where you do it, where you start that shift. Sometimes it really works all together. Like it looks like it was just part of that same skein.
Absolutely.
Like my mom has a few projects like that actually, where she's done that. Actually, she just is like finishing Alex's SAR vest, and she did that with her spin cycle. And that project was like, it started going a little bit too dark, so she started her other ball there, and but it looks all the same.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I have my Bella blocking.
I love this.
Right. I have my Bella blocking. I'm in the...
That looks great. You've really done a lot.
I'm into the body.
Well done.
And now I just have to go until I want it to stop.
Yeah.
But I'm still in my first ball of pink.
Are you? Yep. Okay. How many did you use for that?
Okay, so I finished... No, that's not true. I think it's... I should wait it. Basically, because I can't now because it's got all the stuff on it. When I started this, I had to rip it all back, remember? And some of that yarn had been ripped for the third time. Yeah. And it broke on me, and I just was like, okay, I'm just gonna leave that piece.
Yeah.
So I ditched, I don't know, 20 grams maybe of yarn. So I don't... This is definitely not more than a skein, though. It's probably like about a skein of red so far.
Well then, I really want to do this, and I have fluff in my stash.
Yeah. I'm really liking it as just fluff, too. Like, it's really lightweight.
Yeah, no, I know. That's what I think I will want of it, is the thing.
So I've got Cinema at the top, which is the red, and then English Rose at the bottom, which is the light pinky color.
And what size needles are you using?
I'm using 5s.
5s, okay.
Yeah, and I'm doing the size, I think it's the second to last, like second to biggest size, whatever that is.
She usually uses, what's it called? Just the, like, whatever the size is.
Yeah, it is the size 6. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, I mean, and I think I'm going to see where I get to on the sleeves, but I think I'm probably going to do the, like, bracelet length.
Oh,
like
cute.
Susan's done. Like, I think I'm going to keep it cropped and bracelet length.
Yeah.
That's my plan right now. We'll see when I get there.
Oh, I really want to
Also,
do this.
I have 2 weeks to finish this. Will I get it done?
Yeah, you will.
Are you... Yes.
I'm willing it into existence.
Okay, great. Me too. Me too. I am being tempted by another project.
Oh, yeah?
Right now.
What is it? Tell me. Tell me more.
And
tell me more.
I got to the shop a little early because I was chatting with Amanda about it, and we were playing with color.
Oh, most exciting thing that we do?
Pretty much. It's the Djo or DJO by... Oh, crap, I've forgotten her name now.
We did actually look it up before this.
We did, yeah.
So this isn't a total surprise, although I did kind of forget.
Sophie Ochera or Ochera? Ochera? I don't know.
Yeah.
But yes, and
it's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. It's a lot of color work, and it's many, many colors. You could definitely do it in fewer colors.
But that's part of like the fun of it, right?
Yeah. So it's a pattern. Amanda and I were analyzing it.
Okay.
And it has like, it's lots of different shapes. So there's like stripes and blocks of rectangles and triangles all over the body. And then the sleeves don't match.
Oh, great. Okay.
They're like different versions of the pattern, so it's not super symmetrical, which is quite fun because we were actually trying to figure out how many colors were in the original design.
Yeah.
And then we were like, wait, the sleeves are totally different and they don't match each other. So then I decided basically I'm going to go with the flow of like what color I'm feeling.
This sounds like a really good stash busting.
Definitely stash busting.
Yeah.
So here's the thing though. It is claimed to be a sport weight yarn. The gauge is 20 stitches on a 4mm needle, which is more like worsted weight.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I know what you mean.
Yes.
I feel like that's more of a DK, isn't it?
No.
Okay.
Amanda said 18 to 20.
On a 4. I always get it on a 5, though.
Well, but 20 stitches is a worsted weight
Yeah.
22 is DK, Amanda said.
I
Always
see.
22 DK. I was like, okay. I'm really bad with stitch gauge anyways.
I'll believe Amanda.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever Amanda says.
Yeah.
And then we were measuring the gauge on a couple of sweaters here in the shop that use Opus with color work, and they're all like 26.
Yeah,
27, right?
definitely.
So I'm going to swatch, and then I will just see what happens. I'm going to find the fabric I like, and then look at the sizing.
Yeah.
So I was going to use this as my main, which is splashed white.
And what's the main used on? It's main used
like
on the
background of the color work. So the ribbing of the collar, or the
nice.
neck is in a contrast, but like a really subtle contrast.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use feather,
Yeah.
fluff, and then it gets a bit crazy. So then I've chosen a mixture of Opus and fluff.
I love it. Here, give me stuff to hold.
You hold those. So I definitely want to use key lime pie.
Ooh, love it.
Chartreusey. And then spearmint. Yeah. And then
I love it.
dancing flamingo.
Love it more.
English rose. I'll do these two at the same time. And then mist and ink.
Love it.
So
That's great.
I think this is going to be
I feel
really
like
fun.
it's giving me like preppy vibes, but modern.
Yeah, like modern preppy.
Modern preppy.
Which is probably, if you wanted to classify my style, that would be it.
Yeah. J. Crew, but
J. Crew, but make it neon.
make it neon.
Yeah. And we have, because we have so many samples done in Opus, we have kind of lots of bits, like Opus and fluff.
Definitely.
So I'm going to raid my stash.
I really want to use this color too.
Yeah, right? Like, this actually started from a color combo I saw on the floor the other day when I was packing away Opus. And I was
so
like,
funny.
those 4 colors need to be together. And I thought this would work, but it's more colors. So anyways, they're not.
Oh, that's going to be a great project.
Yeah.
I feel like that will be really satisfying, and like it's one of those projects too, like if you're like, maybe the pattern is simple in that you're only doing like stocking stitch.
Yeah.
But the color work adds some interest,
Yes.
and then the texture will add some interest, and then like playing around with how you want the colors to work together.
And figuring out the gauge and the size will be entertaining.
But like, it doesn't look like it's got like complex techniques, you know?
No.
So
It's just like a straight up color
exactly.
work.
So like, really cool project to like get your teeth stuck into.
Yes, I think that'll be fun. Yes.
You're making me want to do one.
Well.
I got loads of bits of Opus at home.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do it.
Well, we kind of all do, right?
Yeah.
Opus and fluff. I
think
all of us
Opus
have.
goes so far.
I mean, as you just showed with your
exactly.
tessellated.
I don't think there's been, like, sometimes with Opus, like, I don't, like, have an entire ball left, right? I'll have, like, you know, a third of it, or a fourth of it even in some projects. But I've never run out of Opus.
No.
Like, ever.
Seems to be magic. Fluff as well.
Yeah,
it goes
fluff
for
is magic.
ages. Everybody keeps saying I don't think that's only 200
What
meters.
is your mill doing?
I don't know. They're magic.
Sprinkling the magic dust. They bless it by saying, like, there will be no yarn chicken with this yarn.
You will always have an abundance of yarn.
I love that.
So I think we're gonna kill 2 birds with 1 stone here, because one of our Q&A questions relates to another project that we've been talking about.
Let's do Q&A.
It's the Q&A section. These are all viewer-submitted questions.
Sorry, that's my new theme tune for the Q&A section.
All right, do that again.
Dun 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 Q&A.
Okay, then. Very nice. New theme song. Right, so we'll start with this one. What are the best yarn combos for the next Andrea Mowry sweater? So we assume you mean the framed sweater, which is her Rhinebeck pattern.
The newest.
The newest.
She has been pumping them out, though.
Yes, the most recently released.
Yeah. I love it.
It's great.
Yeah. I also love that it's not a slip stitch.
Yes.
I mean, I love a freaking slip stitch, but like, I want something else, and I know she actually gives us gorgeous, gorgeous patterns that are not slip stitch, but I feel like, you know,
it's nice to have like a stranded color work.
Yeah, definitely.
It's beautiful. It's worsted weight. I think it gives off like a quilting Americana vibe to it, which I really like.
I know. I've been like so into, since I took the Made My Wardrobe class. I've been so into the look of quilting. I've always loved it. Yeah. But I just feel like it's been brought to my forefront more. And then when this came out, I was like, oh, okay, she's like in my mind.
Yeah, it's definitely. There's a few other patterns making the rounds too that are in that same vein of quilt inspired Americana, and so we did put some kits together. You've got the yarn over there.
Yep.
For
one of them.
One of them, yeah. So it calls for a worsted weight with Dream State from Spin Cycle, which is their worsted weight. So we've paired it with Origin, obviously.
Yep.
This is the kit I would probably do.
Yep. This has got Carmen written all. It's also got Susan written all over it.
Well, yeah.
But this is the Carmen bit, right?
It is, yeah. So that is Origin and Lighthouse, Dream State in our next level, or custom colorway, and then Wild River.
Yeah.
Origin.
Gorgeous.
For the framing part of it.
Oh, nice. So that would be the color work.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have a bunch of different options on the
I love
website,
that.
though.
Yeah, I really liked, there were a few that I really liked.
Well, there were definitely a couple I put together with you.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I'm going to have to go through them later with Carmen and be like, yep, I want that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. But yeah, I want them all. But the one thing with it is it's a worsted weight pattern.
All over stranded colorwork, worsted weight.
And like, Carmen and I, obviously, are both people who grew up with like a proper winter.
Yes.
Like it got cold.
Yeah, it got actually cold.
It got cold.
So we love the idea of an all-over colorwork worsted weight sweater.
Like, this is what we grew up knitting.
Yeah. However,
we live in this stupid country.
We like didn't have a winter this year, and it.
Yeah.
I mean, the Fierce.
Yeah.
Which we all love.
I love it. I also too am obsessed with my color choice on it.
Yeah.
And like, I am so pissed that I can like barely wear it.
I think I wore it twice.
Yeah. Like mine is like basically living in the shop now because like other people, I think it is.
Okay, we might have to find that.
If it's not in the shop, then I took it home to wash and then and then it will make a reappearance. It was in the shop for a while now.
It was, yeah.
It's probably in my I like restore all of my laundry per season.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, I do that too. And yeah, it is just a little bit warm.
Yeah. Like we can wear it on the like cold 1 or 2 days that are like cold, but like we're talking too like when it gets 0 here, like 0 Celsius, 32 degrees Fahrenheit, people are like, oh my God, how are we gonna live? And I'm like, excuse me, I used to live in like -19 for most of the...
Okay, that is definitely colder than I had in the winters, but...
But it's New England, right?
Yeah, it's New England.
Like we had the nor'easters.
Yes. When we went to the snow, I didn't ski, but like my mom and sister skied, and
That's a nice thing though about Oregon too, is that you got those mountains to the climates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've had some thoughts.
Yep. We've had some thoughts. We have different thoughts.
Different thoughts.
But thoughts.
Thoughts.
You start.
Well, this thought actually starts with Susan.
Ooh.
And I've seen actually some other shops do this too, who live in places where it also doesn't get very cold. Because again, the gauge on this is 22 stitches on a 4.5 millimeter needle.
Yeah.
Which is quite a dense
I did see that.
Yeah. You could easily get
a DK.
That with a DK or a sport weight. So, Susan is going to do Origin for the frame of it and use Fluff as her contrast color.
Love it.
With Dream State for the main body of it. And this is the swatch she did. These are not the colors she's using because that's just what she had a bit of at home to try it out to see if it would work.
This is the thing about Fluff though. It's such a versatile yarn.
Very versatile.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's filled in really nicely there. This is a really nice fabric. It's going to be much lighter weight.
Yeah.
More wearable for this country. So I'm definitely considering, considering this for myself.
Yeah.
And then you had a different thought.
Yeah. So my thought is I think I'm going to do it in sport weight. So I think I'm going to use dyed in the wool and Opus.
Yep.
And I think what I'm going to do is obviously swatch first.
Always swatch, everybody. Always swatch.
And figure out what my gauge is, figure out what needle size I want to use, and then do some math.
Our favorite
math. Thing. But since I know kind of like relatively like what size I should be getting, like what dimensions, and like that's the best thing about swatching is like, okay, once you've done a swatch, you can actually just do the math of being like, okay, I have, this many stitches per inch or over 4 inches or 10 centimeters. And now I can be like, this is the size that I want. So if I want to do like a size 42, then I can be like, divide that by my swatch.
The only trick on a pattern like this is the repeat's quite big.
Exactly.
And you can see that in the sizes that she has. Like the difference between the sizes is quite big.
Yeah. But there is supposed to be ease. It's supposed to be a boxy one.
It's supposed to be quite a lot of ease.
So I think that will lend itself to actually swapping yarn in this situation. Definitely. Because like I think
there's loads of leeway.
And like I'm not somebody who needs a huge amount of ease, but I still probably want some, that I can then play with my gauge a little bit more and feel like, okay, even if I'm not getting the exact size I want, it's close enough that the fit will be all right.
Absolutely.
And that does just require a lot of math. But it's not like complicated math, to be honest.
No, and this is also the big difference in this type of sweater to Fierce, which we made last year, because Fierce was all about the fit. Yeah. Like, that is a beautifully fitting shoulder.
Which Kate does beautifully.
Yeah, and so the sweater is just more fitted, which I think also just makes it a bit warmer.
Yeah.
And this, so that also was harder to play with.
Yeah, definitely.
Gauge and stuff, because it was so fitted.
Yeah.
And so well-fitting, whereas this doesn't have the same attention to fit.
So when you're like thinking about playing with gauge or your yarn choices, like definitely pick a pattern where like you can maybe do one more repeat and of the pattern, and like even if that's not like what she's written, oh, if I do one more repeat, I can get the size that I want.
Yes.
Or you could be like, you know what, I'm happy to use this yarn and I'm going to do the size 2 sizes up or 1 size up or 1 size down, whatever it is, right? You can play around with that. And that is one of the beauties of having a LYS actually nearby is that people can help you with that.
They can.
Even if it is just to like talk through and problem solve.
Yeah.
Like we might not be able to do it like on the spot, but we're happy to like be like, all right, we're going to sit with you and we're going to figure this out.
Yes, and we will play with the colors and we will measure the things. I mean, that is what Amanda and I did earlier. Is we got 2 or 3 samples out that use Opus, both color work and non-color work, and we're just measuring the gauge on those sweaters of fabrics we like, and then looking back at what needles would have been used for that, and then having that inform what might work for the Djo, Djo, I don't know how it's pronounced.
I think it's Djo.
Djo,
yeah.
Sweater. So that's the other nice thing is there are samples in your LYS.
Yeah. And they'll have a lot of knowledge about yarn based off of their own experience and the experience of their customers, because people do come and tell us, hey, this worked, this didn't work.
Because there's no way we can knit all the things ourselves.
No.
So
as you know.
As I know.
Because I knew that from the start. Whereas Carmen is still like, I'm going to cast it on, hope for the best.
Well, once upon a time, I was able to finish things quite frequently.
But you got a busy life. We all do. Well. So anyway, now it's the exciting part of what color choices.
Yes.
That's a weird kind of thing you might think.
I think this is great.
So definitely I'm decided on the 2 like background and like the 2 Opus colors, right?
Yes. So this is Levitate in Dyed in the Wool, and the bottom one is our new Lavender Haze.
And then
the frame color would be Plum. Yeah. In Opus.
So I really like this one.
Yep.
That was the kind of thing I had in my head when I was thinking about it at home. Also too, like that skein of Levitate has a little bit more purple in it.
But also more like greens and yellows.
Yeah, exactly. I quite like that.
That's very good.
Yeah. And then actually when we were picking out yarn, I thought, ooh, fucking, that's great.
Ooh, moody.
Moody, kind of shades of earth. I love shades of earth. I love how like it's probably my favorite color actually that Spin Cycle do.
Yep.
Like if Susan's a Ghost Ranch girl, I'm a Shades of Earth girl.
Yep.
I just love how varied they are and how you can have like really moody ones, but then some that are like randomly bright.
Yeah.
So, but then we saw this. I feel like this is gonna be the fan favorite.
Sea Spray.
Yeah.
So that's got a higher contrast. Because you've got teal against the purple.
But you still have that purple that will thread through.
It's definitely the right tone. Oops.
And then that led me to, maybe if we could do, well, the thing is, I'm not sure that this is the right Melancholia. Because some of the Melancholias have these really deep purples in them, like really moody purples that could go well with the plump. And
the Melancholia, this is quite a dark teal.
Yeah. It's like a really dark teal with threads of...
No, it's more that it's too dark.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
With threads of like a dark purple throughout it.
Yeah.
I think
they're very good options.
They're all really good options. Like they would all be a beautiful... So tell me in the comments, because one thing I'm not going to do is buy this now.
No, you've got a couple projects to finish.
I've got a couple projects to finish. I have a couple projects to start and finish. But I definitely want to do it, and I'm hoping I could do it like for, my plan is I want to do it for like January, February.
Okay.
To be able to wear it at the like second half of winter.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So like start it probably over Christmas.
Okay. I was gonna say start it for the retreat in November.
Yeah, that would be good actually. That would be really good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be at the retreat this year, so is my mom.
Yes, in the November retreat. Yeah. Which is full. But we do still don't get talking about November. We do still have spots in September though. And we still have spots in March.
And Amanda's teaching the September one, right?
Yes, Amanda's teaching September and November.
Yeah.
We are doing gloves
in
September.
Nice. That's actually, I'm jealous.
Fingers included.
Oh, she is the queen of fingers.
She is actually the queen of fingers.
She'll like that line. She's a bit frisky.
Yes, and she's made several like intricate color work, full gloves.
I think like the first, I don't know, the first like month I was working here, it wasn't the first month. It was like pretty soon though. I feel like it was the first month I was working here. I came in and Amanda did some, like she was in the shop with me a lot when I was first like learning the ropes and everything. Yeah. And I think at the time she was knitting her mother-in-law or someone a pair of fingered... Oh, it was her mother, yeah. A pair of gloves that had like fingers. And it was like the most intricate like color work on the thinnest yarn, on the thinnest needles. And I was like, what? Who are you? And then she told me about our helicopters.
Yeah. So that is what Amanda's teaching in September. So if you want to come learn about gloves, we do still have a couple spots in the September retreat. Actually, not sure what she's teaching in November yet, because we always look at who's coming. Yeah. And what she's taught before, because we have a lot of people returning. She's going to be like,
what does Jen Rua want to do? No, it won't be just about my mom. Everybody in November.
We are excited you're coming, though, Jen.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really excited too. Although she's like, why did you get cats right before I'm coming? I'm allergic. And I'm like, oh yeah, you are.
Is she coming to stay with you too?
She'll stay the weekend before and the weekend after. And, like make a bit of a trip of it, and we'll do some stuff in Bath as well. Like
with the cats that she's
with the cat.
All right. So yes, I did allude to the second question, which is what's currently in your knitting/notions bag. People really like to see what's in people's bags.
Didn't their mothers tell them that that's quite rude?
I think that's probably why. I mean, I've gotten this question many times over the years. So I've brought actually 2 of my notions pouches. 2 of my many.
So I also do want to show off, because I think when Carmen first told me this, I thought she just said, what's in your bag? So I was like, okay, I'm just trying to like change what's in there. I mean, it's not like anything like too crazy. I think I do have like a tampon or something in there too. Like I put tampons in every bag.
I mean, who doesn't really?
So there's always going to be one floating. But by the way, this is an 08 from New, from Hide and Hammer.
Yeah.
And I'm doing my tessellated in it. It's the smallest one. Yes. And I've got all my yarn for that. So
this is, however, a limited edition colorway that's no longer available. Sorry.
Yeah. but it was like limited edition for like 3 years, so you snooze, you lose.
Yeah. I mean, we have other colors.
Yeah. But so I have all my yarn for my tessellated and my tessellated in here. And then I have my second project, which I haven't cast on yet, which is my yarn for a sock. Oh, yeah. So this is the Shirley Bryan. This is the Deconstructed Fade that I have in there. But as you guys have asked, my Notion pouch.
Nice.
Which is another Hide and Hammer, which I think I got here.
Yes.
Yeah. So in my Notion pouch,
what do we have?
I've got 3 needles randomly.
I mean, that's good.
I think so. This is the 3.2. This is a 3.25, I think, that I was using for a different project. Because I use the same Notions pouch for all of my projects. I just move it to different bags when I'm knitting with that one. So I'm pretty sure this is for the binding, the ribbing of my Moby sweater. Nice. So that's why it's in there, because that's the next thing I have to do on that. And then, so I'll put that on the ground. And then I've got my 2.75s for my ribbing of my sweater. Yeah. My tessellated. And then I've got my sock needles. And what I'm trying to do actually now is have sock yarn in almost every bag that I have a project going on. Yeah. Because if I get to like a difficult part that
you can just work on socks.
I can just work on socks. Yep. And I can cast on some socks.
Yep.
So that's why I've decided to include those in my in my pouch. Then I have my tips for some reason. I think
it doesn't need deep ends.
Yeah. No, these aren't deep ends. These are just my tips for my interchangeable. So I've got a 2.75, a 3.5.
That's probably also from your ribbing.
Yeah. And then I've got a 3.75, some more needles.
Full size.
Then I've got my fancy pants
that is a nice
tape measure. Like, I'm going to hold this up to the mic, and we'll be quiet. Ooh, sexy.
It does make it very nice.
So this is the Kohana tape measures that we sell, and not as soon as we got them, but they had been staring at me. Like, they had been staring at me for ages, and I freaking love anything that's Japanese because the craftsmanship is just amazing.
They're like a printed leather.
Yeah.
They're so nice.
They're printed leather, but it's almost like a quilted printed leather.
There we go. Yeah.
And
you got the gray one.
I got the gray one. I thought about going for the sparkly gold one, but I think gray is more me. In this case. And so this is really great. This is what I use for measuring all my projects. So that's in there. I've got some stitch markers. Yeah. I've got my row counter. I've got cable needles. And cable needles and my stitch fixer. I've got my magpie fibers.
You have the dark ones.
The dark ones.
Yeah.
The
end stoppers.
End stoppers, yeah.
Sort of, yeah.
Then I've got a pair of scissors, which are my stork scissors.
Love it.
Or heron scissors, whatever they are supposed to be. And then my super cute Kohana.
A Seki.
There we go. Little tiny snips, which everybody thinks are the cutest things in the world. And then
they are very cute.
Yeah, they are really, really cute. And I've had these actually for, I think, 4 years now. And yeah, they're still great. Yep. No sharpening needed.
No, they're really good blades on those.
And also, too, these are amazing for airport security. Yep. So these are the ones I bring traveling because everybody's like, obviously.
Yes.
No.
Definitely this is
like
is
all you need. Yeah. This is all you need to get through airport security with scissors. I mean, you can technically get through with these. Yeah. But I usually
just depends on the person going through your stuff on any given day.
Whereas these ones are like, okay, you're not going to threaten anybody with those. No. So that's everything. Oh, and I got some tapestry needles.
Yes.
So all that fits in one of these tiny leather pouches.
Yes. We do have some of those in store. I don't think they're online.
Yeah.
Because they're seconds.
Oh, these ones. Yeah. I'm pretty sure this is one of the seconds.
Yeah.
Which are still beautiful, by the way.
They are beautiful. And they fit into the big pouch.
And also, too,
O3.
New seconds are
most people's first.
Most people's first. So, yeah.
So this is my larger notions pouch, and this is from Woolen Flower. She is a natural yarn dyer, but she also, I don't know if she's still making the pouches, but she was basically collecting tweeds from charity shops.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's really cool.
And I do believe this fabric is Anna Maltz's grandmother's skirt.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
And I have had this for many, many years. And
it is a really pretty.
Absolutely beautiful.
It's wool, right?
Yeah. It's classic, gray and red gingham. And it's beautiful.
Yeah.
So this has that jewelry scale I talked about.
Yeah.
I just got this on Amazon. Yeah.
We don't sell those.
Yeah. I have a loom tool.
Cool.
In case I need to make a pom-pom or a tassel.
Yeah.
I have...
Who knows when you're going to have to make a tassel?
I've got a crochet hook. Mm-hmm. I have a highlighter.
Nice. Ooh, that's something that's really good to have.
It is. This one, I have my Merchant Mill bow scissors in.
Nice. And do we sell this?
We do.
We used to.
Stock.
Yeah.
I have my triangle, although this might be mixed. No, these are triangle. The triangle thing from the Cocoa Knits flight of stitch markers.
Yeah, that's where
mine really that's where
mine came from. Yeah. By the way, if you're looking for stitch markers, definitely get the flight. They just fit in your notions pouch. You can interchange them all the time.
Yeah.
They are the best ones to go for.
I actually forgot I had these. These are little cable holders from Hide and Hammer, so they will hold your needles together. I haven't used those yet, but they're there.
Very cute.
I have some cotton thread for the pom-pom making, or other things you might need cotton thread for, sometimes for holding stitches. Mm-hmm. This is a stitch holder from C Knit that I picked up at a show ages ago. They look like giant safety pins.
Oh, that's cute.
A Cocoa Knits tape measure.
Yeah, those are cute.
Yes.
Very satisfying.
Yeah. These are also made from they're completely plastic free, which does mean that they don't stay because there's no little mechanism to hold them. Mm-hmm. But this is made from a fermented plant fiber. So if you leave this in water long enough, it'll just dissolve.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Cocoa Knits is very much about use as little plastic as possible.
And then I also have my mini Cocoa Knits needle gauge guy. So this is just fun to play with.
Yeah. And
it's very useful. And then I have, obviously, a tightening tool for needles.
T-pin.
Yeah. I have a cable needle.
Love it.
A tapestry needle. Mm-hmm. And then a selection of Cocoa Knits stitch stoppers, claw clips, and then these little floop stitch marker guys, which
those are cute.
I believe I got as a gift from Alex and her mom.
Nice.
And I put those on a safety pin.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. That's actually a really good way to hold them together because I have some that are those loopy things that sit in my other, what's it called? Notions bag.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes they're all over the place. So when I'm really digging deep in it, I'm like, what are all these things?
Yes. I mean, I do have stitch markers just absolutely everywhere. But that all just fits very nicely in there. This is not the one, I do take this with me on retreats and stuff, but if I'm just going to the pub, this is not the one I take. It's quite heavy. So then I have my travel one.
This is also too, you're sneakily showing off hiding limited edition Hide and Hammer ice dyed with this ridiculously lovely canvas.
Have you not seen this one?
No, I know I have. Have they?
I don't know. This was limited edition.
I know. I'm so freaking jealous.
If
Next time you have a prototype, can you test me?
I bought this one.
Okay.
If you like the ice dyed ones, though, she has an ice dyed mailing list.
Yeah.
So
I'm
get
on that. I'm on that.
because they do sell out all the time.
Yeah.
So this is my travel pouch because it's not just an oceans pouch.
It's magic.
Also a needle. So this is from Boku.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, so that has like needles in it. So I
And
have.
it's so tiny.
Yeah, it's really compact. It's really nice, like waxed canvas.
I've never seen this before.
Have you not?
Well, maybe I have and I've just not noticed.
Okay, well, yeah, so it's from Boku. She's out of Canada. And then this, I'm pretty sure, is print fabric she prints herself, like block prints. Maybe.
Oh, very cool.
I know she does some block printing. That might not be that fabric. So yeah, I have a, like DPNs that are useful. Sizes I use all the time, like a 4mm 60 centimeter.
I mean, when are you not going to need that?
I have
Loads
other
of
things.
other needles. Oh my god, it's got loads.
It's got loads of stuff in it.
And it's so tiny.
Yeah, and then there's, I don't know what I packed this for last. I've even got giant chunky. I don't know.
Maybe
what I was
that one, the one who did the ranunculus, Harumi.
I have no idea.
Not the ranunculus, but the other one that she did.
Oh yeah, no, this is. I must have packed
dash.
this. Yeah. No, because I got this at that event.
Oh.
I bought this at
maybe you put
Knit City 2022. 2022, yeah.
Yeah.
But in the notions pouch of this, I also have a pom-pom maker, but this is the paper one because it is much thinner and lighter.
I see.
Yeah. We sell those, don't worry. I also have a Coco Knits, tape measure.
Yep.
Because you always need a tape measure. I have another Coco Knits needle gauge because the needle, like the sizes are hard to read.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say when you were talking about it earlier, I was like, okay, when would I need a needle gauge? And I was sitting there thinking like, oh, there are some needles that I have that don't have them written very clearly, but I actually don't buy those anymore. So like, for instance, the Adi needles, which we don't sell, which I have a few of, they say the size on the really thin strip, and like, it's really like, it like wears off really quickly. Yeah. It's like a terrible design. The needles aren't bad, but but the join isn't great, and that's why I use Xiaogu now.
Well, and also I have one too many times on interchangeables put 2 different size tips
you did
on
do
things.
that,
I've done that. I've done that. Let's not talk about how many times I've done that. So these are gold to me. So I must double check everything. I have more stitch stoppery guys, because especially for travel, those are good. Making sure they're not, things aren't flying off on airplanes.
No, those are like kind of an essential actually, and I think it's one of those things that you don't really appreciate until you start using
you need them.
Yeah.
Yes, I also have my, where is it?
Got loads of stitch markers.
I have loads of stitch markers. They're flying. I also have like my mini magpie guy. I have like 5 of these kicking about. It's Stitch Fixer.
They are actually really useful. Actually, I think we made a reel of this a while ago.
We don't have any left though.
Oh, do we not? Okay. But
they're very useful though.
Yeah.
Tapestry needle, obviously. And then, and I do have little Xiaogu like stoppers for your cable. So if you need to take your tip off, like this is basically just in case someone gets RC with me at security in airports, and they want to take my tip off me.
Yeah. Then you know your stitches aren't like flying all over.
And I know someone's going to ask us about flying with knitting.
Yeah.
Here's my response to that. I have never not gotten my knitting through an airport.
Me either. With metal needles.
With metal needles. I have never hidden them in a pencil pouch. I have never done anything that was like tricky. And I am prepared that if they don't want to let me through, that I give them my needles.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that is how I travel.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not going to argue with them.
Wouldn't bring my like set of needles in my carry-on.
No.
But yeah.
Yeah. And then I also have my Seki Kohana.
Love it.
Snippies.
Many little snippies. I think you have the same color as me.
Yeah, I think so. And they have like the little leather.
Yeah,
Doesn't
I
stay on
lost my
very well,
leather thingy.
but It, so you can poke yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is what is in my notions bag. I do have like 4 or 5 of them kicking about.
Yeah.
For various reasons. I don't always travel with this tape measure because it's quite heavy.
Oh, yeah. What other tape measure do you have? Just like
some plastic ones.
You get them for free at a lot of
do.
places, so I have a few that are just like kicking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, they do stretch out quite easily, so they tend to like rotate and whatnot.
Yeah.
But you know, I always want to be prepared to make a pom pom.
Yeah, apparently.
Well, because one of the things I have found when I travel to like a show, sometimes I pick up a skein for a hat. And then
You want to make
I start making the hat, and then I want a pom pom for it. So
there you go.
There we go. That's what we
I
do.
just find some cardboard off the street and cut a circle. No. I don't ever do that,
bougie.
really.
I want a pom pom maker.
You don't have to do that. You can just get a pom pom maker for like, what, £5 or something?
Yeah. These are cheap, actually.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're not that expensive at all.
No.
Most of actually the notions that we have are not.
No, not super expensive.
Yeah.
And well worth
Except for the Kohana stuff.
the Kahana stuff.
But that's
Oh.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
You buy that once and you are never going to go back to anything else.
I don't have one of the tape measures yet, but it's because I really have a lot of tape measures in my
fair
life
enough.
already.
Yeah.
So,
Use what you have.
yes. That is the most sustainable thing to do.
Yeah, definitely. So,
I think we have one more question.
yeah.
I'm just choking on wine now. All right, here's our final Q&A of the season. Have you thought about coming to the U.S. and hosting a knitting retreat here in various locations?
It's more one for you, but
Well,
I haven't.
I mean, not really. I think that honestly, nothing is ever off the table, and I'm not saying we would never do a U.S. retreat. But logistics when you were really far away from the location can be a bit trickier. And I think that if I was going to start doing them in various locations in the U.S., I probably wouldn't be here very much.
Yeah.
Could be a problem. So,
Yeah.
not saying never, because I have definitely
Done things.
I've definitely scoped a couple of things.
Yeah.
But not in the next 12 months, let's say.
What if somebody invited you?
Oh, if someone invited me to a retreat.
Like to be a personality. I just say that in my most California accent.
Yeah. I don't think I am a personality to be invited to things, but sure, I'd be happy to show up.
Well, I'm a personality.
I mean, I love running the retreats.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that it's not out of the realm of possibility that we do different events in different locations. But I'd say for the next 12 months,
Yeah.
definitely not, because we have a really big event
Yeah.
in March here.
I mean, I feel like you're also too the kind of person who plans years out.
Can I tell you that it is the least favorite part of
Yeah.
my job? It actually also gives me the most anxiety.
Anxiety, yeah, because you never know what the world's gonna be like.
No,
right?
it's not that.
Oh.
Nope, not that at all.
Okay.
Don't care about that. I hate having things on my calendar that far in advance. I do
Really?
not like not being able to be spontaneous.
Yeah.
It is the thing I have.
So what part of your stars is that?
I have no idea. I don't know. But I mean, we put the bath retreat in March on the calendar.
Yeah.
In February.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's 13 months from now.
But you gotta do that.
I know you do. This is the thing, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I guess that
personally
makes sense.
don't like it.
Carmen is definitely the kind of person that's and we're gonna do this really giant thing in 2 months.
yes, that is more my personality. So having 13 months to plan something. And I mean, we started planning it way before, but we booked it.
Yeah.
You know.
It was the thing.
It was the thing. So yeah. That's the answer to the question.
Yep.
I think.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
Just sum it up.
Yeah. I mean, we love running events.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
It is.
Yeah. Well, we're out of wine now.
Yep.
So... And
we need to go eat some tacos.
We need to go eat some tacos. There's a new Mexican restaurant here.
Yeah. Which we're going to try. We're not going to recommend it yet because we have no idea what it's like.
No idea.
So it could be irresponsible to recommend.
We're hoping there's at least a decent margarita.
Yeah, I'm really hoping they have a good selection of tequila.
Yes. So that's what we're going to go do.
Drink some tequila.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us for season 3. We will be back in the autumn with season 4 and lots of new surprises.
Yes, we will.
And don't forget to like and subscribe and comment.
And save and
share us with your friends.
Yeah. But it's been so fun doing this.
Yes.
And we're glad that you joined us for season 3.
Absolutely. See you later. Why did I just say that?
See you later. Absolutely. See you later.